pot for the rap kids, 2 rap for the pop kids. Music loud through my neighborhood, all album cuts, no top hits. Neighbors think it's obnoxious. I'm sorry, Mrs. Anderson, but damn, you gon' have to wait until the drop hits. I forgot to take my vitamins, but didn't forget to smoke. Ay, making time for things I love the most. Going ghost, yeah, ay, that's just how it goes. And if you ain't heard from me, then you ain't one of those. Do I kick a little rap my downtime? Ad-lib melodies, punchlines. Wow, feels like sunshine. Woo, get my good side, and yeah, ay, well, hurry up, let's take the picture. I'm gon' caption it, that song I can't remember. Yeah, we some foul mouth, money spending motherfucking 90s kids. Ay, bank account.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Live and Untied, our very first episode. My name is sorry guys. I am the host Jackson Delisle, and I'm joined here with my producer Sonny Visioni.
What's good, buddy? Glad to be here.
Are you doing okay?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Yeah, so basically, we are starting this live show about just kind of living life to the fullest and staying untied, keeping untied, right? You had anything to add about that?
Yeah, we really don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But no, I mean, if I had to give one reason for the show, it's literally just to give people an escape from the realities of whatever the hell's going on, and hopefully give them some entertainment and something to laugh about.
Oh, and guests. We also will have guests. We promise. So yeah, so recently I've been dealing with cockroaches in my apartment. I live on the 16th floor downtown.
Hold on. Hey, do you want to? Tyler's here.
Oh yeah, Tyler's here too. Holy shit! I told you, dude. Okay, so he's in the back room. He's in the back room. We keep him in the back room behind a curtain.
Hey guys.
Hey Tyler, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good back here. Forgotten. It's fine now.
I'm so sorry, Tyler.
Let the show go
Hey,
on.
I love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Okay, that was Tyler.
You
I
good?
apologize. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna see how long it took you. It didn't take you as long as I thought.
That's because Sonny was looking at me. So okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
I'll just
good.
look at the wall for the rest of the show.
But no, you were looking at me like I forgot something, and I was like, I'm forgetting something. And I'm staring at this big black curtain. So yeah.
So you have cockroaches in your
I
apartment?
have cockroaches in my apartment recently. It's been kind of an issue. And I didn't know how to deal with that. Like living in Chicago, I'm like new. I'm going on my second year. I've seen 6 cockroaches, and I was like, wow, that's insane. I've never thought of things like that, and I just like having to deal with that, like going from living in Indiana.
Gary?
Nope, not Gary. I knew you were gonna say
Shout
that.
out Gary.
It's not Gary, Indiana. It was like Cherville, St. John area, which no one knows. We call it witness protection. So yeah, and so with the cockroaches being in the apartment, I was like, this is crazy. I lived like 21 years in Indiana. I saw one cockroach, and it was in a bag that I opened that I brought from the city. So again, wow. I can really relate that to just being in the city, so from going from Indiana and seeing one cockroach in 21 years and then 6 in 6 months, I was like,
that's a lot for you.
That's why I was like, yeah, that's a lot for me. And then I brought that up, and people are always like, that's not a lot. And I've heard stories where like there was like someone's like, I saw hundreds of thousands in like a hotel somewhere, and I was like, that's insane. But yeah, so and I know Sonny had to deal with rats, and he was telling me about that.
Yeah, that was awful. A lot of people know that story.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was pretty bad. But I mean, you had a guy come in your apartment, didn't you?
Yeah, to exterminate them.
And so are they gone? Like, have you heard anything?
Yeah, he basically said, he was like, they're the big ones, right? And I was like, yeah, they're so fucking big. I was like, that was the thing is I was like, I walked in and I was like, I'm pretty sure he was like smoking cigarettes and in my bed and he like, or like next to my bed and he's like using my resistance bands.
Oh,
for a
okay.
cigarette.
Hold on. I thought you were talking about the exterminator.
No,
for
no,
a
no, no, no,
second.
no. This
You're
is the
talk-
cockroach. I'm saying that's how big it was. One of them, I'm pretty sure, had a face tattoo, like a Mike Tyson sort of thing going on. It was crazy. Yeah. So they're the big ones, the American cockroach, and he goes, "Oh, those." He's like, "Those are the party cockroaches," and I was like, "Okay, great. Uh, like, how do we get him to stop partying?" And like, how do we get him to stop partying here? Like, I don't want to stop a party. I'm the last guy that wants to stop a party. But how do we get him to stop partying in here?
Well, and I want to also add that you are on the 16th floor.
Right. So it's like I thought that when they were like, "Do you want the one on the 7th floor or the 16th floor?" And I was like, "The 16th floor," because I thought the higher up, the less chances of seeing the because it's above a bar, too.
Right.
You know, and it's right downtown.
Yeah, you say above a bar, but like to me, above the bar is like the second floor that's actually above the bar, not
But it's
the
downtown.
16th floor.
But it's downtown, so it's
I know, but the fact that cockroaches travel
it's a
up
it's a taller
16
building.
floors
It's a
to
tall
get in
it's a
your
taller
apartment
building.
is just mind blowing.
Right. Yeah, I guess. I mean it is. And they said, well, they're kind of like everywhere. So like what do you want us to do? Was pretty much the thing that they told me. And I was like, I wanted you to get him to stop coming in here. Like that's I thought the why I called you and he just like I sprinkled this powder or whatever. So hopefully I haven't seen him since. I hope it's resolved. But like I mean, with you know, you told me your rat story and I was like, I'm pretty sure I would rather deal with a rat story. Or like with rats, you know, just
I don't know. I told Jackson, and I still stand by this. I would rather eat a cockroach than just grasp a rat. Rats are so disgusting. They're so gross. I would much rather eat a cockroach because, I mean, you can put them on sticks and put some seasoning on them. I don't know, but it'd be better than handling a damn rat.
right.
Ooh, I got a story for you.
Okay, wait.
Go ahead, I guess.
But I think I would rather deal with a rat, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Wait, no,
be-
that's not what I'm saying. Never mind.
Feel
I
like
disagree.
because it's a mammal to mammal thing.
Okay,
You
but
know?
they're rats.
It's like this is like a fair fight, whereas the other ones, like you can step on them and then they like are like, haha, I'm still fine. Like, how does that work on a cockroach? Like, you really gotta slam your foot down.
Okay,
Like,
rats eat their young. Like when restaurants shut down for a little bit, restaurants didn't throw away like their trash and shit, obviously. So rats just started eating their kids and all that. It was actually great.
that's wild.
All right, can I tell you my story now?
Can we introduce Tim?
I guess.
But I just want to introduce him, and then we can all talk about your story. I
I-
want people to
look
want
at
the
that
pe-
shirt.
Oh, look, there he is.
Look at that shirt.
All right, guys, I lost my. Here's my note card.
Let's introduce Tim, but I don't have my note card ready.
Yeah,
Let's go.
sorry. I had it ready over here. It was behind my mic. Okay. So this week's guest is Tim Cerniglia. He is comedian, actor, or writer, sometimes friend, Sonny.
Yep, I wrote that.
His Instagram is Tim_@Cerniglia, and his TikTok is Tim, your cousin. Just so you remember, this is Tim, your cousin. And his improv troupe is Daddy Issues. He allegedly got vaccinated for Instagram likes and once sold lasers.
True.
I knew it. Okay, I knew it. Okay.
You remember that.
Okay, so for the longest time, all right, so Tim and I go way back, and when I mean way back, like maybe like a year and a half ago.
Probably, yeah.
But we were in the same ensemble together,
Mhm.
randomly selected, and we got on the same team. And actually, that team was the shit. Now that I think about
so
it,
much fun.
that
was
team was such a
great.
fun group
It
of people.
was so much fun to
Um,
be with everybody there.
But we were sitting at Old Town Ale House, and I was like, "What do you do?" And he was like, I kind of sell lasers." I was like, "What?" And I it's been a while since we've talked about it, and so I wrote that down on the card. I was like, I'm 93% chance that this was Tim, and if it's not, Oh wow.
That's so funny. Yeah, I used to sell fucking lasers. That's crazy. I got that
Yeah.
a lot when I 'cause I didn't know what to tell people I did. That's what I like. I sold like marketing equipment, and some of that was lasers. So I was like, I'm just gonna tell people I sell lasers, and then go from there. See where the fucking conversation goes.
Right. Yeah. No. This. I don't like. Yeah. So lasers. I never. They're like the ones for like that they use to make the smartphones, right? Like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, like ish. Yeah, it's like they put like serial numbers on products. It's super
Okay.
weird. So like everything that's manufactured has to have like serialization of some sort on it. Some are just like plates that you fucking like staple to it or whatever, and then some are actually go on the product. So our company designed lasers that would like etch in a serial number for tracking and stuff like that. Super random thing. It's nothing you ever think about that has to like be done to everything, but everybody's got to mark their product. So there was like a casually big market for it and shit. It was interesting. I did get fired from there though. So
So
I don't
yeah.
know.
So you once sold lasers.
Yes.
Yeah. So what? But what are what have you been up to in all this time since we're not at Second City anymore?
I've been writing like
That
a
was so
lot.
sad.
Yeah, it's it'd be nice to be able to perform live again, but it's really ramped up just like doing a lot of writing, and I started getting into like acting actually
Mr.
more than
Big Time over here.
I
Yeah.
dive
He's
0%.
super professional.
Can you talk about what you've been acting in?
Yeah. Well, I've just been doing like all the shows in Chicago. I did like Chicago Fire a few weeks ago, and a few shows that are in the first season. So I don't think I can talk about those ones.
Oh, okay.
Right.
We'll
Right.
delete that.
I don't know how much like stuff's been.
Because of contracts and things.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Like I said, super
but-
professional over
yeah,
here.
exactly. And I did the Shy as well. That was pretty fun. But yeah, I've just been like trying to fill the void of like kind of not performing live and doing all that stuff, and it's kind of worked out decently well.
Well,
so-
you've been going nuts on TikTok, and we need to talk about TikTok, especially in this room, because it's downloaded on my phone,
Mhm.
but I have maybe opened it 4 times.
Yeah.
I am just
How many
not.
messages do you have from me?
I will check right now, but I am just not. I have to find the app. I literally don't even know where it is on my
That's
phone.
a good thing, man. Like that's addicting as hell.
But I have 13.
Okay, only 13. That's
Yeah,
good.
but I'm a Vine diehard, and actually yesterday, my Facebook memory came up, and I was like, 8 years ago, you posted this, and it was Vine, and it was the greater symbol, so Vine was greater than anything else. But I was so into Vine, and I have just never been into TikTok because I always feel like I can't jump in right now; I'll be too late.
Yeah.
You
no,
know?
not too late.
But you are obviously successful on TikTok, so I'm curious, like, just your overall opinion of TikTok, and yeah.
Yeah, dude, TikTok's a interesting place. It's a weird place. I'm definitely like old as fuck to be on TikTok. Like it's a lot of definitely like younger people stuff, like late teens to early 20s type of deal. But I mean, whatever. It's not like there's not people that are around like our age that are doing it. Um, it's addicting for sure. Like, dude, I find myself just like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling on there, and like I'll get those little pop-ups that like if you scrolling for too long, they
Yeah.
actually send like this video. It's like, whoa, you've been scrolling for way too long.
Really?
Dude, it's bad. Like that's when you're scrolling for like an hour and a half, and that sounds like crazy that you can stay on TikTok for an hour and a half, but that algorithm just grabs you. It is so good at picking up exactly what you want to see, and there's like really good like educational people on there that you can learn about like history really quickly or like geography. I follow this one girl who like does a bunch of stuff about the Great Lakes. It's the most interesting thing I've ever watched in my entire life.
Okay, well, for the record, I do follow one account, and
Mhm.
it's some monkey that
Okay.
He
keeps
opens
getting
the packages.
packages delivered to him, and he just opens it, and he's like smart enough to open it. I don't know, it's
Yeah.
mind blowing to me every time I see
I
it.
Yeah,
love
but
that
that's the
monkey.
one I
sounds
follow.
That's-
incredible.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite monkeys in the entire world. I don't know many monkeys though. Like I don't. You know,
Mhm.
so,
I mean,
but
I
I mean,
know
you know what I mean?
George.
Like I don't know like super famous ones, you know.
Yeah.
But like that one. That
well,
one
the
is,
Planet of the Apes one's Caesar.
right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That was,
talk about a dog.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell. It was okay. It was fake. I'm gonna tell you about that one later though. Like the monkey opening the packages is real. That was CGI. Like you could go meet the actor and get his autograph. Who played Caesar? Not the monkey who opens the packages. The monkey who opens the packages is a real monkey. You could probably get his autograph though too.
I would
That's crazy.
if
If
I
he can
could.
open the package, I'm pretty sure he can sign an autograph.
I would if I could.
Cool.
But yeah, so Sonny, you had another rat story? for
No,
me?
I was going to tell you a story about my week and something that I did
Oh yeah.
that not many people would want to do regularly. You would think. And Tim, we talked about this a little bit. Um, so right by Wrigley Field is, I mean, this is going to sound so stupid, but a lot of open parking lots, and they have signs
Yeah.
being like, "Hey, we need help,"
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I hear you, Tyler.
I
So-
can't wait for this.
So I was like, you know what? I have like, I'll get school done early in the week. My later mornings are pretty open. I'll send them a text, get some quick bucks. I also, Jackson and Tyler can add to this, but I'm just a person that enjoys doing new, especially random things.
Mhm.
Like if it's random and just out of there, it's like, why the hell would you want to do that or do that? Like I like to do those things, especially if I get paid for it. So I texted dude. I was like, hey, do you need help? And he was like, yeah, can you be here? And yeah, so I signed up and I'm going to be I almost said road guard, but I'm a flag waver for people in an orange vest with a flag holder on the back of my vest that holds up a flag that says parking attached to it. And I just stand on a street corner and wave like I'm calling in an airplane. And like I get there and this lady is like talking to me like this is her life. Parking is her life, it's just insane. And then this dude is telling me that I just need to scream parking, Cubs parking the whole entire time. And the only thing I could think about with parking was I'm in my mom's car, that Vine. So that's what I was yelling. I wasn't yelling anything else. And and then also just standing on a street corner that I lived on, for 4 hours, by the way, I was getting paid $10 an hour for 4 hours, so I only got $40 out of this. Standing on that street corner, I was in awe
Degrading and dehumanizing.
I couldn't believe how bad people were at driving. The amount of people that blow that stop sign is insane. And there's a person on the corner with an orange flag and an orange vest waving.
Yeah.
You would think like, oh, I should probably slow down around here, especially because there's 4 stop signs. But no, people just blow through it. And so like that was incredible to me. And then they were like, I told them, well, first of all, I got recognized by like 5 people. That's not where I want to be recognized. Like,
but just so everyone knows, Sonny did like what was it, 100-day
oh yeah, like
challenge. First like 100 days of the year, he did he challenged himself to do a new thing every single day. So
Champion.
basically,
Thank
he
you.
was on a roll for 100 days.
Yeah, I
Now-
stopped at 100 days because we got busy with
with
this shit.
this stuff.
But yeah, and like that like I guess definitely like motivated me to do it. I guess the text and number. I sound like I just went into battle, but I really just went to
Yeah.
a corner and waved a flag. But yeah, I got recognized by tons of people. And then when I went to tell them like they called me in because I was done,
Mhm.
they're like, yeah, so we need you like tomorrow, as in Saturday, and then the next day, as in today, Sunday. And I was like, no,
Nope.
I'm sorry, but like I was doing this for a quick buck, and they're like, oh, so we can't rely on you. It's like, no,
He's
no.
getting ridiculed by these
You're
parking
like,
people.
I'm busy.
This has been one of the worst experiences of all time.
Yeah, I'm just really busy right now.
Yeah, that was really bad. But to be honest with you, I would rather deal with rats than stand on that corner again.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but like, then still cockroaches above both of those things.
I would rather eat a cockroach than be on that corner again.
Oh,
Seriously?
wow,
Wow.
dude.
Okay,
that's a
maybe
lot.
it's close,
So if
but
someone was like, you had to eat a cockroach.
can I cook it?
I
I
don't
don't
care.
think
You're the
so.
one that said you would eat the cockroach. You decide if you want to cook it.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting it on the grill.
Yeah, I think
On
if
the
you like
grill?
battered up a cockroach, like threw it in some fucking like egg wash and then some flour and some
Yeah, there you go.
breadcrumbs and fried it,
Get it in
it
some
just
ranch.
tastes like it just tastes like a fried something.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, oh, that's the
But
thing is like I think
I
if
would
you
still
like
wouldn't
deep
eat it.
fried it, if you deep fried it, I think that would be. I like still wouldn't do it. But
Yeah,
like, I
same.
think that would be the best for you.
Exactly. If you're allowing cooking and like not gonna put rules on how much you can cook, I'd say throw that deal in the oil.
I'd be about it, honestly. Wouldn't be like the worst thing I've eaten.
You've
It's the
never eaten
worst
a
thing you've
bug?
ever eaten.
I've never eaten a bug. The worst thing I've ever eaten, it was a drink, and
Yeah.
my buddies and I, it was in Korea, and we got we got these like kebabs every single night before we went out, and these people like knew us regularly, and it was like a Turkish place, and they brought us this like Turkish drink that you would you would drink with like every meal, and it was white, and I don't like milk anyways, and I thought that's what it was going to be, but it wasn't. And the best way I can describe it is spoiled milk, salt, and more salt,
Ew.
and like thick like a smoothie, and it was disgusting. And you can look it up and find it, and that's the worst thing I've ever had.
Wow, that sounded disgusting. I mean, milk could like just ruin my day. Sometimes 2 days. I'm
Mhm.
lactose intolerant.
Oh, that's
It'll put me out of commission.
It'll do it.
Yeah, anything with milk. But
That's
so if you hate me and you hate this show, send me milk. Just lots of it.
We're
Lots of
going out
milk.
for
Just
ice
send me all the
cream,
milk
Jackson.
you can, all the milk you want. Just send it to me, and it'll hurt me. It'll hurt me more than hate mail, more than comments, anything. So just send that to me. Yeah. So, Sonny, do you hate anything that you want people to send to you?
Hold on, we got some comments. I'm just trying to pull them up.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
So someone.
Rats are nasty.
Well, first of all, oh yeah, I guess you can read those.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, I can read them, or you could just highlight any of them. Click on them.
How about this one?
Yeah, that's what she said. Okay.
Thanks, Claire.
It is what she said.
Oh, thank you, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
That means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Also, who's that, Jackson?
That is my father.
You
He's watching on
you eat
YouTube.
rats with pasta in your house?
No, we never have, but and I mean, I don't know. They're doing a renovation on the house
What
right
do you
now.
mean you don't know?
They're like renovating the house right now, so
Brett
the
just said,
stove's
Brett,
in the garage, so maybe now they do. Just I don't know.
just add some seasoning.
Yeah, make sure there's lots of seasoning. I feel like if you prepare like the meat probably isn't awful.
What's the worst meat to eat without seasoning?
I don't know. Probably rat meat. Yeah.
I'm talking about legit meat.
What do you mean?
Like
Oh,
like a burger, chicken breast. Like,
Oh.
something people eat every day.
yeah, like a plain chicken breast would be kind of gross. Like with nothing.
I know, but would it be more gross than just a plain patty?
No, because you still got to put the ketchup in the. I mean, I guess that might still be gross too. I don't know. Where did our guest go?
Brett had to go pee. I just called him Brett.
Yeah, no, Brett.
Tim had to go pee. I mean, I'm guessing this is like, fuck this show.
Hold on. My dad also just said that you know of. So he like I don't know. Maybe I have eaten rat then.
I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised at all
If I
with
ate it,
your stories and
with
the
the
things you've
stories
done.
that I come with, yeah, I mean, I do have some crazy stories.
Where would
um,
you? No, I don't want to.
Speaking of crazy stories, do you want to show the
Hey, there's Tim.
the
Look at that
homeless-
shirt.
What's good?
Do you want to show the homeless Steve bit real quick?
I guess so. If people want to see Homeless
I
Steve.
mean, yeah, let's roll that clip.
Shit, there we go.
All right. If you hadn't seen Homeless Steve, here you are.
Welcome to Chicago Ghost Adventures. Today we're going to be talking about Homeless Steve. Homeless Steve haunts this very alley. And specifically this alley because this is where he was run over with a steamroller about like 3 weeks ago. It's super fresh. So that's why we think his ghost is still unrested in this alley. If you listen closely, they say you can still hear him peeing behind the dumpster.
Do you know if he had any,
Children, no.
I was going to say family members, but
But children are family members, and he didn't have any of them. Because he was like, I wish I had children. This is where he would like come for food. You know, he used to go to the bathroom over there, come for food here, because you don't shit where you eat. Everyone knows that. This was all of his building supplies. He would build shit all the time, and then it would just end up back here.
what would he build?
Like birdhouses and stuff.
Homeless Steve would build birdhouses?
Uh-huh.
Would he sell them for money?
No, this was his passion. He didn't want to get money involved.
Do you know why he became homeless?
Yeah, he was building birdhouses for free. It's a terrible business model. I don't know how he got steamrolled, though. Obviously, he was addicted to pills, and this is obviously where he was keeping them. Steamroller obviously came in through here, as you can see. And that's probably where they hit him, is like where they stopped. It's just, it's really sad.
So was it the pills or the steamroller that took him?
I honestly think it was the fact that he had no money and he was living in this alley. Like, you saw what he was eating. That shit was gross. I think he was probably on pills and then stumbled in front of the steamroller. Because there's just so many steamrollers in this goddamn city. Unmute.
I did.
What up? Hey, we're back, everybody.
Back at it.
All right, so that was one of the crazy stories that I've just
Yeah.
rambled about, and he happened to be recording. That one wasn't scripted.
Shout out to Homeless Steve.
Yeah, Homeless Steve. We actually we filmed that, and then the next day, they paved over the spot that in the video where the bulldozer hit him.
Yeah, they did. That's a very true story.
Yeah, super true. Maybe. I can't remember if it was a dream or I saw it.
No,
and-
it's black. It's blacktop now. Like they paved over it.
Oh yeah, that's for true. Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about Homeless Steve.
Yeah, I'm talking about Homeless Steve.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can talk about that one.
Yeah. Well, that is. I can't disclose that information right now. I'm part of an FBI investigation, but it's. That's all I can say about that for right now.
I hope you have a good segue prepared with the name Steve in our next segment.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Speaking of Steve's, if you like Steve Carell, or if you ever heard of Steve Carell or seen Steve Carell, or you know that he has a TV show out that's probably one of the greatest sitcoms ever created.
It's a TV show.
Well, like he does. It is out. You can watch it on Peacock.
It's been out for 20 years.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this segment, because we're not
Look,
afraid to give you any spoilers of The Office.
He's right
because-
behind you.
Oh yeah, just like here we go. So we're gonna. So what we do is this is a segment where we assign Tyler, who has never seen The Office before ever, 3 episodes to watch every week, and we're going in order. Don't
Correct.
worry.
We're not mad people.
Right. So we're just doing it 3 episodes at a time, and this week, we are going to be.
I can take it if you want.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is your segment, pretty much. So.
So all right. So I'm a huge Office fan, and if you think that I was gonna have a show without having something about The Office, like you're just insane. A, B. Tyler's never seen The Office. I've wanted him to watch it for years, but I also have wanted to just have like somewhere pretty much to record the conversations because I'm so curious about someone who's never seen it. But then also we have Jackson who has seen it obviously and is just
I've seen
a
it
fan.
3 times all
All
the way
right.
through.
I've seen every episode probably like 9 times at least. And then Tim, who's in the studio, is obviously a fan of The Office.
How many
as
times
well.
you seen The Office?
I've probably seen it like probably right around what you're at, like
Like
3,
2 or 3. Yeah, because it's one of those you put it in the background.
Exactly.
You
Like,
can
and
just-
I've watched it while like my roommates have been watching it or whatever, like for years now. So I think I watched it through like twice, and then I've seen like it in passing like another probably 2 times or something
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
for sure.
you don't watch the show in the background. The show is one of
So
the
so
greatest
when
shows of
you
all time.
watch this show, you sit down and you just
Well,
There's
as
Tim.
a respected member of the Office aficionados, a group I just created, if you've seen every episode, probably over double digits, like that's okay. Then you can have it on in the background because then you're just listening for things you haven't heard before.
right.
But you have to earn that privilege.
Okay. Well, my main show that I put on in the background is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but
All
that
right,
has
well,
nothing to do
that's
with
not-
this segment.
That's not this segment.
So that's why. Okay.
All right. So, anyways, I told Tyler, I was like, "Yo, watch 3 episodes. Let me know what you're gonna do about them." And then what I did with those 3 episodes is I literally, hey, you want to take a drink any closer to the
Sorry,
mic,
I know,
buddy?
I'm sorry.
So then I just took a big deep dive into those episodes that we're going to talk about and just a little bit about the backstories and how they came about, and then Tim and Jackson are just going to provide just, I guess, normalcy comments on the episodes. So how we're going to start this is Tyler, you're going to begin, the voice from God, and you're just going to speak about your opinions on season 1, episode 1, The Office.
I'm gonna need your support through this because this is rough.
I got you, baby.
Do you know that I actually never started watching The Office because of you?
You're welcome. I guess.
Yeah, you made me hate it because every night I would hear the theme song at full blast for 4 hours when
That's
I went to go
true.
to sleep.
Backstory, we were in tech school together, so that's why he heard it.
So, 2 hours ago, I embarked on a journey of the first 3 episodes, and I have a lot to say.
Okay.
First off, episode 1. The intro seems like a bunch of adults who hate their life with no other options, and it looks sad. And so immediately I began the episode depressed.
Okay.
The manager, the great man
The manager.
that you talk about in the middle there, he's a douchebag and he has a complex, and I think he might be a sociopath.
Wow. Okay.
Don't
Don't hold back your feelings or anything.
I'm not. I can say that there were some funny moments, but overall, I was wondering what I was watching.
All right, and that's your
Fair.
take on episode 1.
And
Pretty
for those who
close.
and for those who don't know, episode 1
Yeah, we were supposed to
is
do this
the
at the
pilot
beginning,
episode.
but it's fine. Right.
It's the premiere episode, introduces the boss and staff. I believe Tyler referred to him as sociopath.
And the manager.
The Dunder
And the douche boss. Don't forget that.
the Dunder Mifflin Paper Company in Scranton, Pennsylvania, in a documentary about the workplace.
That's what it says for the subscription. That's
The
pretty boring.
description.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, I said subscription. All right. So what I have on episode 1. First of all, The Office US obviously came from The Office UK, which is starring Ricky Gervais, and Ricky Gervais actually helped write episode 1 and Stephen Merchant as well. But when it came to directing it, Greg Daniels only directed it. Both of Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant were not in the show at all. So it was just Greg Daniels. I thought that was interesting. Also, the pilot was filmed 6 months before the rest of season 1, which I thought was weird, but I guess it kind of makes sense if you're throwing a network like, hey, this is our idea, take it or leave it. Another fun fact is it was shot on the 2nd floor of a real office building in Culver City. I was supposed to look up where that was, but I didn't. When Greg Daniels went to record the whole thing, he cleared the entire set. So so it was just him, a boom operator, and a cameraman because he wanted to give the real feel of like an office environment. And then he told all the actors to literally act like they were working for about 30 to 45 minutes. And so like that's when the intro scene, like when Pam is going over her she's whiting something out. That's what that is. And they did that every day for a week to get those intro clips.
Wow.
Meredith isn't Tyler. Meredith isn't going to be Meredith. Oh wait, you should have noticed that, I guess. Meredith changed character from episode 1 to episode 2.
Wait, really? I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
had
that.
no
I
idea
guess
that was a
the
thing.
first Meredith was I don't know, I didn't write down her name, no offense, but
Really?
she said during the time she said she was busy for the show, so that's when Kate Flannery, who we know as Meredith, took
So is
took
that
the
other
spot.
lady
Wow.
famous at all?
I have no idea.
Oh, man, that'd be
yeah,
a
yeah,
brutal
yeah. Imagine
mystery.
being like, I ain't got time for your show.
Yeah, he's just a yeah.
Angela, Kevin, and Oscar, as known as in the show, they all did improv together before the show. Actually, not in like the same group, but they did it
yeah.
in times before the show. Um, excuse me. When Steve Carell, when Michael Scott lists his heroes, do you remember the scene, Tyler?
Yeah, I think so.
He says Bob Hope,
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln, Bono, and probably God.
Yep.
He says that, and what's funny about that is Greg Daniels actually asked Steve Carell, "Hey, if Michael Scott had heroes, who do you think they would be?" So Steve Carell actually wrote those characters, and I thought that was pretty funny. Angela's cat drawing that ends up on like Pam's computer was 100% completely improvised from Angela, and that's what started Angela's love affair for cats. And then when do you remember this scene, Tyler? Because I bet it was pretty cringy. My dad says Culver City is in Los Angeles County. Thanks, Dad. Um, when Pam got fired, do you remember that scene, Tyler?
Yeah.
That
The
that
fake firing?
yes,
Yeah.
that was the most recorded scene that Pam did in every single season of The Office. They said it over that took like over 30 to 40 takes. Yeah, just because it was rough. But yeah, that's what I had for episode 1.
Yeah, I already told you what the website had for episode 1, so I'm not gonna do that again. Episode 2 now.
Ooh, and I should also say
yeah.
that episode 1 was a pretty much completely copycat rewrite of the British pilot as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
important.
I think I knew that.
That's a very important coming in episode
And
2.
you should also throw in there that you mentioned Stephen Merchant, who was also in the British version. You didn't mention that.
Oh, that's because I don't know who he is.
Oh, he was in the British
But I
version.
mean, I know that now.
Okay.
All right.
Well, and I always hear that like the people who really like the British version don't like the American version. You guys hear that? Ever?
Yeah,
I mean, no,
Or like vice versa. Like if you
Yeah.
really like the American version, you really can't get into the British one.
I've
Not
tried
at all.
watching. The
I know
British
like
one,
a
and
few
I
people
don't-
that can do both.
Yeah,
you know,
I
but,
didn't get super into it.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
Brett said that he loved that drink sound effect. So shout out to you, Jackson.
There
and
you
then,
go, Brett.
and then Claire said Tyler is so mysterious behind the curtain. He's in our back room. He's the voice of God. But all right, Tyler, give us what you got for episode 2.
All right, episode 2. I
Wait, do you want me to read the
labeled.
description?
Yeah, wait, hold on. Let Jackson read the description.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we should probably give.
Okay.
So, for those of you who haven't seen it, obviously we're not giving you spoilers. The show's been
No,
out.
we're definitely spoiling.
Oh yeah, we are giving you spoilers because. But here's the thing: we're not gonna feel bad about it because the show's been out since 2005. You should have seen it by now. You're an adult. I mean, we can't be responsible for that.
Yeah,
So.
What?
No, I agree. No offense, Tyler.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
sorry about that,
all
buddy.
right.
I completely forgot. So episode 2 is called Diversity Day. Michael's off-color remark puts a sensitive trainer in the office for a presentation, which prompts Michael to create his own. So take it away,
All
Tyler.
right. To defend Michael Scott right now, he was reenacting a comedy bit by Chris Rock. But all right, all you, Tyler.
Yeah, so this episode, I labeled it Diversity Day, and boy was I right. So Jim's big account for commission for the year. That one was heartbreaking for me.
Oh, okay.
Dwight stealing that right out from under him there at the end, that's heartbreaking for me and everyone at home. Uh, Michael was horrible, and I didn't even know what to write. I just wrote his name and dot 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 because he signed. Oh man, it's just all over the place.
Yeah, he signed it as what?
Yeah, Daffy Duck.
The
Yeah,
sexual
I
harassment
wrote that down.
paper.
And then I
Yeah.
wrote, that's where I wrote that he is psychotic and that he needs help. Um, but yeah, I really just didn't find any love for Dwight. I was trying to understand him as a character, and then I just hate him now forever. Once he stole that out from Jim,
Thanks,
stealing.
buddy. Go ahead.
So yeah, that was my synopsis.
All right. Wow. A, screw you. B, that. All right. So this, out of all of the Office episodes, this is probably like the building block of what the Office will grow to be, and it's technically the US's pilot episode for all of the episodes.
Oh,
Like
because it's the first one.
they wrote it.
Yeah.
Like this is the one that they actually put together and they wrote. Actually, what's insane is BJ Novak wrote this. Get ready to feel bad about yourself. He wrote this when he was 25.
Wow.
Yeah, he wrote Diversity Day when
I
he
still
was
got
25.
time.
All right, well, screw you, I don't. He wrote
Failures.
he wrote it and with the help of Ken Clappis, which I looked up him on Google Images and he just looked like a dork, but I mean he obviously does good stuff. Mr. Brown in the episode was actually a writer. If you didn't know that, Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Um, and
Poor Mr. Brown.
so there's a scene where Michael is talking about, I don't know, something diversity. I'm guessing if it's Diversity Day. And he's straddling his chair in the conference room talking to Pam and Angela. They had to continuously redo that scene because the girls kept laughing. And then also when you watch the episode, you can see Pam break character in the background of the TV that Michael is in front of.
Mm.
Which you really have to look at that. And then when this is the iconic scene where they do the note cards on the foreheads, and when Michael gets slapped, do you remember that, Tyler?
Yes. Yes, I do.
So that took a crap load of takes because Kelly Kapoor could not stop laughing. Like she would, because he was doing the googie googie, which I came to realize that's what it was instead of cookie cookie, which that's what I thought it was. He would continuously do that, and that took like a crap load of takes because Kelly Kapoor kept breaking character.
That's
But yeah, no, I feel like that's gotta be the hardest part is like staying in character. Like think about like doing anything with Steve Carell, like or any of those. Like watching those for the first time actually come. Like I crack up every time I see Kevin do anything on the show. Like
Yeah, Kevin's the man.
yeah.
funny.
Who's your favorite Office character, Tim?
Oh man, who is my favorite Office character? I don't know.
I feel like it's such a hard question.
Yeah, it
'Cause
really is. I really like just Michael's such a great.
Iconic.
Yeah, it's just such an unbelievable performance. He's just absolutely kills it. He's one of the greatest characters ever written. Yeah, it'd probably be Michael Scott, but all those characters are really good.
No, I agree with you. All right, Tyler. Oh wait, Jackson. I guess you can read the description of episode 3.
Episode 3's description is healthcare. The title it's called healthcare. Michael leaves Dwight in charge of picking the new healthcare plan for the staff with disastrous results ahead. So sorry, I had to scroll down.
You read like you were going to keep reading, but you didn't.
I
but
know
it's
because
fine.
I was like, I like, it was like, oh, there's only one more word.
All right, Tyler, what you got?
So I wrote down healthcare plan. So Michael avoiding the decision and leaving it to Dwight was pretty hilarious. I laugh pretty hard when they locked Dwight in the room. Or Jim did, right?
Right.
Jim. Yep, I like Jim. And then I was also cracking up when they were making fake diseases
Yep.
for Dwight's form. I would say that one was probably my favorite one so
Okay.
far.
Okay. I barely have anything on this episode, but a couple of them are pretty good. So you know Toby in the show?
Mm-hmm.
Toby wrote this episode.
Oh
Hmm.
wow.
It was the third episode, but it was actually the sixth episode they shot, which I thought was interesting. And like, I don't know, when they discuss it, how they put it in order, it's pretty mind blowing. You talk about the diseases, hot dog fingers. Um, when they say hot dog fingers in the episodes and the characters break and laugh, that's genuine. They kept that in the episode, even though all the characters were laughing. And then some of those diseases that you heard were completely improvised, but some were scripted as well. When Dwight said they're talking about Meredith's, I hope I say this right, hysterectomy,
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
did.
and uh, Dwight's like, he said, I thought you didn't have a vagina. And Meredith is like, no, I still have a vagina. That line from Dwight was improvised. It wasn't scripted. So I thought that was hilarious. And then the long pause at the end of the episode when Michael is like, I have something for you guys. He's building something up the entire episode. He's like, I have something for you. And he never.
Well, first he was calling his buddy to take a
Yeah.
300-foot ride down a coal elevator.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He never delivers on his surprise at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And that long pause, they had to do a bunch of retakes because people kept laughing at just how awkward the room was when they were doing it. So yeah. All right. You got anything on that episode?
No. I think it's time for a break. We're gonna do a 15-minute intermission in the middle, like kind of, not really. We're gonna show a video, a little bit about us for people so they know kind of what we are expecting this to be, and what we want to come of this. What we're doing a little bit, like about more of like what we're doing now with the show. Yeah. So just roll the clip. I mean, pretty much it'll speak for itself.
That was a great description. All right.
I know. I was trying to think about it gets a lot of things. It answers a lot of questions if you're confused right now.
All right. Let's see if I can do this.
Start recording yet.
All right. It's recording.
No.
All right.
Should I start a new sip?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip real
Okay,
quick.
take
I'm gonna make sure you can hear it. There. Crispy, no brand soda,
Yes.
cola.
Cola.
We'll say cola because it's dark.
Dark.
I think that's the rule.
Yeah.
We'll be up.
Okay, yeah, it's recording.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't really do a whole lot of back and forth, so I'm probably just gonna stare at you. And
No,
let you
that's fine.
ramble, but-
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm guessing Jackson rambled.
So,
Go ahead. We trust Jackson,
Alright,
and we
so-
love him.
who are you?
Hey, I'm Tyler, friend of Sonny and Jackson, and I'm not a Cubs player. I just came from a game. I go to college, and I did about 5 years in the Air Force, and now we're living in Chicago.
My name is Jackson Delisle, and I'm the host of Live and Untied.
My name is Michael Visioni. Most know me as Sonny. I'm from Peoria, Illinois, 25 years old. And yeah, that's it.
Wonderful. What is your role in the live show, Live and Untied?
I'm the producer / I guess co-host. I don't know. Jackson's the host. Tyler's our fact checker, researcher. I don't know. Producer's fine.
All right.
I'm going to be doing fact checks live over at the computer. I'll be bringing a couple segments. I have never seen The Office, so stay tuned if you want to check that out. I'll be giving what I see in it. And yeah.
Cool.
I am the host, and then also, the host.
By what episode do you guys think that you'll have an idea of what you're doing?
That's a great question. We were actually talking about that the other day. I think by episode 5 we'll have a good idea, but I know Sonny and I have talked about it, and we have different views on that.
A handful.
15.
Okay. 15. It's pretty good.
Oof. Probably never. I'm gonna have fun every episode, that's for sure. And we're gonna mess up a lot, but it's gonna be funny, and we'll learn, and we'll keep moving on.
Perfect. Who do you think will be most worried about their appearance during the show?
Sonny and Jackson are both kind of prima donnas. They definitely are in love with themselves, but they're looking out there for others. They're pretty equal, but I'm gonna say Jackson.
I think they both said me, but I'm gonna say Jackson
Why Jackson?
because he knows. I mean, he's technically it's his show. You know, he's the star of the show, so he's going to be worried about it
No.
the most for sure.
That makes sense.
Fixing his little
It's
part.
the face.
Yes.
Yeah.
Appearance, probably me. I'm gonna be like fixing, making sure my hair looks okay. I always do. I'm always like, I know there's a stray, but
You look great.
oh, stop it.
Mhm.
Show in 3 years. I mean, hopefully sponsored.
3 years. Hopefully, still doing it.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just see how far we can take it.
I don't know. I don't know where we'll be in 3 years. I just know that, like, this is what we're doing now, and this is, like, we're just having fun, you know? We're just doing what we wanted to do, but couldn't do because of the pandemic. And this was our way of working around it. So,
In a studio.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm scared to say anything else.
Okay. That's
So
fair.
if we have a studio in 3 years, that means we're doing something.
Yeah.
I saw this show as an idea of just a mental getaway from the realities of the world. So I hope that's what we can give to people.
just laughs and good times.
A sense of belonging, you know, a place to hang out, a place to experience laughter and joy every day, no matter what else is going on in the world, you know, always come out and we'll be having a good time.
If you could have anyone on the show, who and why?
That's a great question.
If I could have anyone on the show,
Thank God for editing. This is
I
gonna be
know,
long.
that'd be great.
This is gonna be like they're like he paused for 5 minutes.
I would say Rob McElhenney. Yeah, Rob McElhenney. Oh, I want to say Steve Carell so bad, but I'm gonna say Rob McElhenney actually because, I mean, he wrote "It's Always Sunny with His Friends," and that would be just a pretty cool conversation to have.
I think it would be James Taylor.
Why James Taylor?
I love his music, and I think he would just be a really cool guy to just hopefully hear live in your studio and just hang out.
Like alive people, obviously, right?
It doesn't specify.
It
Not to
doesn't?
make it more hard, but I think it could be alive or dead.
Seth Rogen.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Why Seth Rogen?
Oh, well, he wrote Superbad at 13. I just think that's insane. And, you know, like just talking to him about that and like some of this other stuff. And also this new one that he has on HBO. Like just things like that. Just
What's something that you want the show to provide?
Yeah, I kind of said it. Like that mental getaway, laughs, maybe learn some new shit.
laughs and good times.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it super simple. Just like knocking these out, except for that one that stumped me.
I guess that would probably have to be, I mean, hopefully we do good things other than just like being goofballs. Like, I hope to provide community support and just people support in general. I feel like that's what we're going for here.
Who do you think of when you hear the name Tim?
Tim. I don't know anyone named Tim, I don't think.
Who do I think of? I think of this week's guest on the show, Tim Cerniglia.
I got no Tim.
Like, not even McGraw?
Ah, Tim McGraw. That would have been a good
I
one.
don't know. That
Tim the Toolman, but also our first guest, Tim, who says he's my friend, but won't get a beer with me. And I'm going to bring that up.
I can't wait to hear more about this, Tim. How does it feel to, quote unquote, perform again?
You asked this question to Tyler, didn't you? Because this question was from my mom. I'm so curious to what his answer is. It's cool. It's cool. I'm excited to do it, but I'm more excited to give others the opportunity to show themselves as well. That's
Yeah, quote unquote perform. I mean, I feel like this is just kind of like, it's not really performing. It's just having conversations. And I mean, I guess with the sketches and stuff, it's cool. It feels really good. You know, it was weird going from Second City to like, oh, we're not, okay, just not doing anything. And then, you know, when, you know, Michael came to me and we talked about all this, and that was, or when Sonny came to me and talked to me about all this, yeah, it was definitely something I wanted to do because, yeah, it's great. It's awesome. Just, and not like you said, quote unquote performing. I really feel like there is a real authentic aspect to this. I mean, I'm not really being anyone else. I'm being myself, just talking to people. And then the sketches, that's not necessarily me.
Are you seeking sponsors or selling ads?
Yeah, we're seeking sponsors. Whoever wants to, yeah, and then ad space. Like, if you want us to talk about your product or anything, just like hit us up. We have contact information on all of our social media and our website. There's actually a sponsor form. If you like fill it out, it'll contact us. So just, yeah, definitely accepting sponsorships from anyone. And yeah.
Wonderful.
absolutely seeking sponsors, and there's one that's definitely in my mind. And we'll probably talk about it a million times. It rhymes with cake, rack, and it's down the street.
I'm seeking sponsors for Untied at this moment.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go do that.
perfect. Who is your target audience?
My target audience is anyone that wants to have fun. I don't care who you are. Just let's have fun hanging out.
I feel like people who just enjoy things like, I don't know, like late night talk show sort of things with also the sketch comedy aspect. So if fans of sketch comedy, I don't know, like percentages and demographics and like any of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think just, yeah, people who are looking to, you know, laugh and have a good time, you know, which sounds like I keep saying it, but in different ways. So
Whoever watches, I have no idea. I hope we know that in 15 episodes.
Anyone?
Anyone.
What song would you like as the intro song?
Ooh. Oh, yeah, the one that came to my mind was The Spins by Mac Miller, for sure.
Why the Spins?
I feel like that's our motto for our group.
It's your vibe. Is the
Yeah,
Spins?
we don't really know where the hell we're going. We're figuring it out.
I would love for it to be rotating every day because every day my music tastes change. So
I mean, the one we have now, the one we have for this episode that's currently airing, is 90s Kids by Kid Quill. And I like Kid Quill because he doesn't have like a huge following. He feels more like real, authentic. We have 90s Kids because we were all born in the 90s. But then, yeah, just the real authentic. Oh, he's from Indiana. I'm also from Indiana, so that's another thing that I'm always like, well, there's that.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
come hang out, come, just be a part of the gang and the group of people that are gonna have fun.
Not really. I'm excited.
I hope you're enjoying the show so far, if this is not the first thing we show you. But yeah, hope you guys are having laughs and good times. So see you on the other side.
Perfect. That's the end of the interview. You survived.
Oh, beautiful.
Congratulations.
All right.
I don't have an award or anything.
That's okay. I guess I'll have my labelless Coke now. Hey guys, what's up? So that was a little bit about us. Hope that shed some light on on what we are. And that was actually the first time that we were getting to watch it. We did them all separately. We had Claire.
Who's Claire Jackson?
Claire is Tyler's wife. She's our friend. She did our logo.
She did.
Yeah. So basically, we had her interview us, and we all two of us would go sit in the green room while the other recorded their interview, and it was completely secretive. We didn't know about it. I didn't. Well, I mean, I edited it, but I didn't know until I edited, and that was the first time Sonny got to see it.
Are you
and
surprised by any answers?
No, no. I was expecting you guys to say me for the one with like appearance. And it's true. I do fix my hair a lot, so every time Sonny cuts the camera, I check my hair. Does it look okay? Yeah.
I'll probably
good.
never check it again.
Yeah, but yeah. So, well, you asked me. You were like, should I go forward cap or backwards cap?
Oh, today?
Yeah.
What is it? Oh,
I
it's
mean,
backwards.
that was because of the lighting, but still, you care.
I mean, who doesn't? I guess Tyler in the
Yeah,
background.
Tyler doesn't because we don't have a camera feed
Yeah,
for him.
But I mean, if I had a shirt like Tim's every day, I'd be more than happy.
Right.
I love this.
I know that's
got
a
it, like,
sick
2
shirt,
weeks
man.
ago. Thanks. It's
All right.
pretty about it.
You want to bring on, or I guess introduce our next guest while I try and figure out how to invite him?
Yeah, just that link that we sent him earlier. Just tell him to click it.
All right.
Hey guys, we're just figuring out some logistical aspects of the show. It's all good. Stay tuned. Stay involved, I guess. But basically, we're gonna bring on Coach Chris next. We're just waiting for him to click the link.
You want to
And-
elaborate who Coach Chris is?
Yeah, Coach Chris is not only a coach but an individual. Do you want to cut to my camera?
I guess so.
God.
What's it like to have a camera?
We're all having laughs and good times. We're about to bring on this week's caller, Coach Chris. He's not only a coach but an individual who was once homeless and now a boxing coach, soon to compete again in professional boxing. I didn't want to upset anyone by saying perform again, because
Why would that?
well, because I don't know. I feel like perform would be like put on a show. It's not real. It's like WWE. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
that's a performance. I would say
Is this a performance? Is this real?
this is. I don't know. I think this is real.
Oh, he's here.
Oh,
Ooh,
there
he's
he
here.
is.
Add a stream.
Okay. Yeah, add a stream. There we go.
Chris.
Houlihan.
Chris, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Can you hear us? Okay. Wait. Oh yeah, that's an issue. Turn on the.
Oh shit, is he coming through the TV?
Yeah, you're just gonna have to.
All right, hold
turn
on,
it
Chris.
down.
Hold on.
Got you.
Oh, I heard that.
I heard that too somewhere. Is it coming through your laptop?
Tyler, can you hear him on the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Chris, talk.
Can you guys hear me now?
I heard him for a second.
No. Okay. Turn on the TV thing.
It is.
No, it's not.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that. Where am I hearing that?
That's me.
Oh, that's your.
Can you turn it up for all of us?
No.
Hang
Oh,
on,
okay. Hold
guys.
on. I
What
did. I did have it off. I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you're good, bro.
Okay,
Is it all good now?
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Okay, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we can hear you. What's going on, dude? Thank you for coming on.
Of course, bro. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. What's going on?
Yeah, so a little backstory. Chris is, I would say, still my current boxing coach. I'm taking a little break because my shoulders are just a wreck right now.
Yeah,
But you got a pretty sick story, dude. Obviously, you were homeless, and now you are coaching, and you are getting back in that professional game soon.
Yes, sir.
And obviously, I'm freaking stoked for you. It's gonna be dope.
Thank you, bro.
Oh yeah. But okay, so yeah, the reason we brought you on is obviously because of last night's fight card. It was so
Ridiculous,
bad.
bro. That was so
It
bad.
was so bad. So I want you to like tell people like, I guess what that fight card was and what like they were really watching, and yeah, just elaborate on it.
I mean, honestly, I can't even tell you, but like, so, a few months ago, Triller was coming on the scene for boxing, and, they were announcing, Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos, which is a huge fight. That's a really big fight. You know what I mean? Both really good fighters. And they were doing the purse bid. It was very weird to see Triller in there because normally Triller, isn't involved in boxing. So when news broke out that Triller broke the purse bid for 6.9 million, that was huge. You know what I mean? That was one of Teofimo Lopez's biggest purses. That was one of the biggest purses in boxing in general, which is absolutely crazy, especially for, a company who's not even in the boxing scene to just come out and place that bid, which is absolutely insane. So they came out, they got that fight done. And, of course, they had like the YouTube matches going on, which are ridiculous. So then last night, it was mainly just these random music performances. Didn't really care for them too much. You know what I mean? The production was just all over the place. You got the commentators, you got somebody like Oscar De La Hoya, who was one of the greatest champions in boxing history. You know what I mean? Very good. And, he always had some trouble outside of the ring. He had his cocaine addiction, his drug addiction, this and that, and, whatever. But for Triller to allow somebody who was a previous fighter to go on air during a live event, and Triller's still trying to make a name for themselves in terms of boxing. You know what I mean? That was one of their first events where it was a legit boxing card, what they want to call it. And this guy's just screaming out random nonsense. You could tell he's been drinking. They were saying he's high. I don't think he was high. He was a little aggressive. He was very loud, just screaming random nonsense. You got Snoop Dogg, doing his thing, whatever. He's funny. People like him, but he doesn't really know too much about boxing.
Dude, that whole announcing table was just insane.
It was insane. It was insane. And then you got, Pete Davidson, who was really funny. He was upfront and honest about it. He's out there saying, these guys both suck. This event is ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. So I feel like even, some of the people on the team for Triller knew what this was. You know what I mean? It was a joke. So, yeah, I can't even tell you. And, you got one of the first, I think it was the first fight. Maybe it was the second fight on the card. You had Frank Mir versus, I think Steve Cunningham was his name. Cunningham something. Cunningham's an actual boxer. I'm not sure what his record is. Haven't really heard of him. You got Frank Mir, who was a legend in MMA, but he's way past his prime, obviously. Don't think he should be fighting anymore. You know what I mean? So that was a good fight. That was good back and forth. But then, of course, you got the commentators just screaming in the background, yelling random nonsense. And these fighters can hear what they're saying. You know what I mean? The whole time you could see the fighters kind of look off in the corner and be like, did he really just say that? Like, what are they talking about? So it was just all over the place, man. And then, the next fight. So I actually...
Sorry, they were legit. Like the announcers were legitimately screaming.
It was ridiculous. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I don't even remember what they were talking about. They were talking about so much nonsense. It was so random. You know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it was weird. It was very weird. I can't even find words to describe it right now. You know what I mean? So
Sonny and I were in the studio watching it last
yeah,
night until like 11:30, and it kept like they'd be like, and now like another concert. And
exactly.
we were like,
Hell, dude.
and it was like Doja Cat and like crazy ones, and we were like, what is
I was like,
happening
is
right
this
now? This is
where's the boxing? Like it was
Exactly. Yeah,
literally
it was just one
80%
random.
of that was
Yeah,
the concert.
it was ridiculous. One random pointless conversation, or I mean, sorry, concert after another. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
And then
I
he
don't know. I don't know
slept
why
through
they thought that would be a good idea. You know, to have all these performances. You know, I don't know how long the card started, how long it went for, but when I tuned in, I remember seeing like 2, 3, maybe even 4 performances before I even saw an actual fight. You know, so that was crazy. And I only tuned in, like I said, I made a post on my Instagram earlier to see Regis Prograis, who, in my opinion, is the only real fighter on that card. You know, very good boxer, 25-1, and then he fought that guy Ivan Redcatch, who is an absolute clown. You know what I mean? You saw how that kind of ended. You know what I mean? And that's another thing that like the production team was just all over the place too. Like you got the cameras going through the ropes or off in the corner showing the fighters' backs.
Right.
You can't even see what's really happening. So at first glance, I don't know if you guys saw that fight. You know, they're fighting on the inside, they're exchanging punches, and then Regis threw, and he's in the southpaw stance, so he threw a right hook. And at first glance, it did kind of look low, you know. So then they showed it
Right.
from a different angle, and it shows it going to the midsection, and then they showed it in the third angle, and it shows the punch completely wrapping around the guy's stomach, and it didn't even land. So,
So okay. So for people that didn't watch this dude said he got hit in the nuts.
yep,
And it was not close at all. In
it was
all
not
3 different
close.
camera angles. It was
Well,
not close at
yeah, because
all.
then
And he was
you got
rolling
this
around
guy.
the ring like crying.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. That was like that was another performance right there. You know what I mean? Acting all over again. So he's laying there grabbing his nuts as the replay is in the background, and everyone can clearly see that the punch was legal and that it didn't even land. So he's still on the ground, you know, crying, screaming, grabbing his nuts. You know, everyone's kind of looking around, so confused. Even Regis was in the corner, like it shows it right there. You know, so then he gets carried out
and
on
then
a
the guy won
stretcher.
the fight.
What is it?
And then the other dude won the fight. They were just like, yeah, he got carried out on a stretcher, and the guy won the fight. That was ridiculous.
It was
Like it was
ridiculous,
just
you
like,
know. Yeah, I didn't understand any of that. And what's crazy too, and that this is like another thing that kind of like bothered me when I saw this, and they did the same thing for the Jake Paul fight, the belts that they were handing out.
Yeah.
So this is another thing I want to talk about that's like huge because again, you got Triller who's trying to make a name for themselves, and during the whole performance, I'm like, I can't be the only one thinking the same things right now, realizing that the commentary is just terrible, that these fights are ridiculous, the performances. I decided to go on the Instagram for Triller, and it's just hundreds of comments one after the other like, what the fuck is this? This is terrible. This is the worst event ever. It's a waste of money. So now Triller has a very, very bad reputation for hosting events specifically for boxing. You know what I mean? So, and another thing that bothers me is they, like I said, with that purse bid, they dropped 6.9 million on one fight alone, their biggest fight that they have. Imagine what they paid these fighters. Like the salaries came out and the purses were pretty high. Like they were pretty good purses. So where's Triller going to be drawing this money from now? If they can't draw in that revenue anymore and they're not getting those pay-per-view buys for the next event, are they going to be able to pay these fighters? You know what I mean? So I don't see that working out very well. It's going to be another situation where, you know, Canelo and DAZN, Canelo signed one of the biggest contracts in boxing history, 365 million. And then what, a few months down the line, yeah, there was the pandemic and everything like that, but DAZN couldn't pay Canelo. So,
Right.
you know, DAZN took Canelo to court. They were arguing back and forth. Canelo ended up winning that lawsuit, I believe. I'm not sure what ended up happening, but they parted ways. So I think the same thing's going to happen.
So that actually makes me think of, so do you remember when Pete Davidson went into Jake Paul's locker room? Let's get to the Jake Paul fight because
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the world hates him, and
Yep.
literally, and it's great that like everybody's just so together on that.
Yeah,
But
true.
Pete Davidson comes in to interview him pre-fight, and
Yeah.
they blur out or like, I don't know, mute his first question or one
Yeah.
of his. I mean, it was maybe his second question, and it was allegedly about his sexual assault allegation. And
Really?
Jake Paul was like, yeah, Jake Paul was like, bro, you can't like joke around that. Like that's why they muted it out, and it was just like that's what Twitter said. That's what people on Instagram were saying. Like a lot of people, like 1,000 people were saying that's why they muted it.
Yeah.
But like for Pete Davidson to come in to Jake Paul's locker room, because Jake Paul approved everything for this match. I mean, he's the one that pretty much put it on. It's
Yeah.
like just insane that like Pete Davidson has the stones to come in and ask that, but like credit to him because Jake Paul's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
let's
it?
see.
Is it? Sorry, is it
No, you're
frustrating to you as obviously a legitimate boxer to see what he's doing to boxing?
Yeah, of course. It's, I can't use this word enough. It's the only word I could think of. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's you take somebody like me, you take a lot of boxers that are coming up all around the world, whether it be Chicago, anywhere. It doesn't really matter, who had rough upbringings, and we're using boxing, we're using fighting as a way out. You know what I mean? We're using it as a way to take care of ourselves, take care of our families, our loved ones, whatever it may be. And we're in the gym, 3, 4 hours every single day. We've been putting in time, day after day, week after week, year after year. And then you got this YouTuber from Ohio, coming out of nowhere because he has a big following. You know what I mean? He's been in the YouTube game for a very long time. And because he has such a large following, he can basically do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? So it sucks. It sucks seeing these guys go in there and make a joke of the sport. And what I hate even more, honestly, are the fighters, whether it be in the UFC or in boxing, supporting it. Like their argument is, oh, it's bringing eyes to the sport. I don't think it's bringing eyes to the sport. It's not good ones. You know what I mean? We're bringing the casual fan in there that only want to see these YouTubers fight. It's not like they're bringing eyes to other boxers or whatever it may be. Yes, it gives them an opportunity on a bigger platform, but at the end of the day, they're not there to see the actual boxers. They're there to see these two idiots, slug it out and hurt each other. That's all it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep this up. Maybe one day we'll see Jake Paul fight a real fighter. You know what I mean? There are talks about him going in the ring with Dylan Dennis, another weird fight. You know what I mean? He's picking these MMA fighters that aren't necessarily top level, and they're mainly grapplers. They might be phenomenal on the ground like Dylan Dennis is, but they're not elite level strikers. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with that, but it definitely is frustrating.
Who do you think is actually going to be like the one to step into the ring and actually like knock him out? Because this is.
I mean, I could see Dylan Dennis doing it, if we're being honest. I don't really
Good.
follow
So
him
he's
too
our
much.
hope.
Yeah, he could be somebody that pulls it off. I don't follow Dylan Dennis. I'm not really much into MMA, but Dylan Dennis, from what I've seen, I know he's been out for a minute with his like knee surgeries or whatever it may be. So I don't know how often he's training. He's posted some clips on his Instagram, of him training with the knee brace on and all those things. But then they're also talking about Tyson Fury's brother, Tommy Fury, and he's an undefeated boxer from UK who hasn't fought, elite level competition just yet. He's still making a name for himself. He's still, coming up in the sport, but he could be another one that stops Jake for sure. I could see him knocking Jake Paul out, but that's really it. Those are the only two that they've been talking about.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
Well,
So we'll
and
see.
and Jake Paul came out like 2 days before the match and was like, with the news that he had brain injury.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
having CTE or whatever.
Yeah, so he like came out about that, and then he was like, "Yeah, but I'm still gonna fight." Like, but it's like these. I don't know. It just feels like it felt like MTV had a baby with VH1,
Yeah.
and then also like boxing,
Yeah.
like
No.
sprinkled in there, like just a little bit, just to be like, "No, no, no, we promised there was fighting,"
Yeah.
but like really, there was just. It was just
It
a
was-
bunch of concerts, and then all of a sudden Justin Bieber rolled up, and he was like, "What up?" And it
Yeah.
was like, another one,
Right.
and
And
then
Yeah.
the world reopen. It's just like, what's going on right now? Jake Paul's fucking fighting
But
some wrestler guy.
it isn't Triller like a video app, like a
Yeah,
I
Triller,
think-
I don't really know too much about Triller either, but it's somewhat like TikTok. You know what I mean? You go on there, you could
Yeah,
post a
that's-
minute long
okay.
video. Yeah, something like that. And then, so that's another thing that kind of, brings me back to like the purses and stuff like that. The reason I brought up the belt earlier is you see these cheap, terribly made belts, these flimsy belts that they're, putting on Jake and Regis, whatever. Like that kind of made me think like, are they spending money the way they should be? I feel like they're spending all of their money, all of their budget on the wrong things. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to drop, like I can only imagine how much they had to pay for all these performances. You know what I mean? To pay these artists, to pay for the camera crews, the production setup, all those things. And then you see these poorly cheap made belts being wrapped around the fighters' waists. And, you know what I mean? It just makes me think like, are they managing their budget the right way? It makes me think, how long are these people really going to be around on the boxing scene? I don't think it's going to be long.
Well, that and like we got to wrap up here, but that like I don't understand how Jake Paul can like genuinely be proud. Like that production was a joke.
Yes, it
Like
was.
everything about it was a joke. Like the announcers, like people were saying that the ring was super small.
It
And like
was. Yeah, that definitely was a smaller ring.
The first fight, both dudes did not have an idea of how to box, and then the second fight was literally a slap. Like, a
Yeah.
slap
Oh,
fight.
see, I missed that. So, like, for me, I wasn't even watching the actual fight. Like, I was just kind of going in and out of the stream, and I came in on the Frank Mir fight. I exited out because I heard it was a slap box competition or whatever that was. I exited out of that, came back in for the Regis fight, and then exited out. And I didn't even watch the Jake Paul fight. I saw the highlights. So, yeah, that it was a joke. It was a joke.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. All right, dude. Well, we appreciate you coming on and
For sure.
so on a super short notice too. I thank you for that.
Of course, I
Um,
appreciate you
people
guys.
yeah, people can follow you on Instagram at Chris_Houlihan,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and Instagram is at Chris Houlihan1. Or I'm sorry, TikTok.
TikTok. Yep. There you go.
Yeah. All right, dude. It was good seeing you. Appreciate you
It
coming
was nice
on.
meeting you.
You too, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Okay.
Yeah, you too.
All right, bro.
Chris is cool.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah. He knows a shit ton about boxing, whether it's a real match or not.
But seriously, that match was ridiculous.
Dude,
He
it
couldn't have
was-
said that enough. It was the tweets from it, like that we were looking at last night.
Right.
were-
Oh yeah, they were hilarious. Dude.
that was insane.
They were funny.
So yeah, so now we have. Do you want to show the Squatty Potty, or do you want to?
I mean, that was going to be after the segment, but we can do it before if you want.
Yeah, let's do it before.
You want to do it before?
I do.
All
All
right.
right, let's cut to our last and final sketch of the. Well, and then we have a segment after the sketch. So sorry, guys. We're all figuring it out for the first time, and you guys are here to experience it too, and I'm happy about that.
Here is some shit. No pun intended.
Oh, come on. Honey, grab the suppositories. It's happening again.
Has this ever happened to you?
What?
Look at Jim here. He is pushing and pushing, and nothing is coming out.
Who is that?
If Jim keeps this up, he will never save his failing marriage or be able to fix his relationship with his estranged children.
What the is going on?
Jim doesn't know that we are shooting a commercial for Squatty Potty.
Commercial? Are there cameras in here?
Oh, Jimbo, you make me laugh.
How long have the cameras been in here?
We have been studying Jim for 3 weeks.
3 weeks. I had a kidney stone last week.
We know. That was painful for us, too. We studied how he fuels his body and his digestive habits. Jim doesn't like vegetables very much. Jim hasn't had a satisfying poop in months.
Months?
Look at Jimbo, really struggling to squeeze one out.
No, that's really not necessary. I'm not wearing pants right now.
Watch how this changes when we give Jim a Squatty Potty.
Whoa! Where did this poop stool come from?
That's kind of redundant. It's okay, Jim. For the love of God, would you just fucking trust me?
Okay. All right. Wow!
See? Jim was able to relieve himself efficiently, all thanks to the Squatty Potty. Thanks to Squatty Potty, Jimbo can finally poop good. And for only $29.95 plus shipping and handling, you can too. If you act now, we will double down so you don't have to. That means 2 Squatty Potties for the price of 1. We caught up with Jim after using the Squatty Potty for a few weeks to see just how much it has changed his life.
Since I started using the Squatty Potty, my wife and I are no longer thinking about divorce, and my kids will look at me in the eye again. So, thanks to Squatty Potty, there's no shit between me and my family anymore. Thanks, Squatty Potty. So now we're going to talk with Tyler about...
Are we just going to ignore the entire fact that I just had to film you with your pants down?
Okay, yeah, so that whole
We should talk about
we
it.
filmed, yeah, we literally sat for an hour, me with my pants down and in front of a camera, and me going like, "Are you sure you can't see anything? Like, are you sure it's not in the shot? Are you sure?" And then we actually we went out for drinks with people later that night, and they were like, "What'd you guys do today?" And he and I looked at each other, and we were like, "Oh, I don't know how to say this to anyone."
Nothing.
So then we just were like looked at each other and looked back at them, and we were like, "We didn't really do much today. Like nothing."
All right, you can bring in the last segment.
All right. So for our final segment, we have next week in history. So something for you guys to look forward to. Tyler will start with what to look forward to.
Tyler, you can explain the segment.
All right,
'Cause he did.
so
I thought he was gonna explain it.
yeah, next week in history, including today, I'm gonna bring up something that I found interesting from history that is happening throughout this week, so you can talk about it and get over the social awkwardness of having to be together again.
You can say to someone on the L, like,
Yeah.
while they're just sitting there with their
It's great
headphones on, you can be
conversation.
like, "Hey,
Practice talking.
did
with
you know this
others.
happened?"
So, today, April 18th, for all you baseball fans out there, Yankee Stadium opened in 1923 today. Not sure if we have any
Yay.
Yankee
Oh
fans.
wow,
I mean,
cool.
I
Yeah.
know we're not in this house.
Yeah, cool.
No.
That's
That's cool though.
I mean, it's
yeah,
a
good
historic.
for them.
It's a historic stadium.
Good for them.
But that's okay because
the first
bringing
one.
it up tomorrow, April 19th, the American Revolution began at the Battle of Lexington in 1775.
Rock on.
So go out with
Let's
your
go.
friends and celebrate the Battle of Lexington.
Exactly.
Especially if you live in Lexington.
April 20th, that would be Tuesday, Danica Patrick was the first woman to win an Indy race in 2008.
Wow.
Shout out Danica, who
yeah,
broke
there-
Aaron Rodgers' heart. It happens.
The 21st, the first movie projector was demonstrated in 1895.
That's interesting.
So get back out there, enjoy the movie theater.
Damn,
If,
that's cool as fuck.
if you can.
Yeah, if you can.
No, you can. You can go to a movie theater now. I think.
I mean,
I think it depends on where
I
you're
hate
at in the
movie
world.
theaters, but whatever.
Well, we wouldn't be enjoying those if it weren't for April 22nd, when Hitler admitted in his bunker that the war was lost and suicide was his only course of action.
Oh, that's a good
Oh.
day. What day is that?
April 22nd.
Oh, hell
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
That's a
In
good
our
day.
first episode, we have now talked about Hitler and suicide.
I mean,
These are things I did not want to touch
if you
on.
want anybody to kill himself, it's going to be Hitler.
Hey,
So,
that's okay because on that same day, the Blues Brothers world premiere happened on SNL.
Oh,
in
that's a great
that's
day.
a really good day.
Cool.
The 22nd? Is that a Friday this week? Or Thursday?
No, Thursday.
All right, well, we got to celebrate for sure.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, Friday, just remember the 23rd that William Shakespeare was born in 1564.
Wow, that's so old. That dude's old.
Yeah, he's so
Oh.
dead.
Over
And
500.
then Saturday, when you have regrets from the night before, on
Mhm.
April 24th, you can bring up Jane Fonda and her first workout video released in 1982.
Wow.
Shout out to Jane Fonda and Hitler for killing himself.
And the Blues Brothers.
I mean, that too. That's pretty awesome
Blues
that they're.
Brothers world premiere on Saturday Night Live.
That's awesome that they
crazy.
were on the
That's-
same day.
Pretty dope.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that about wraps us up. I
Um,
mean, you can join us next week, same bat time, same bat channel, on our YouTube, on Facebook, however you're watching this now after the fact on YouTube or Facebook. And we got a great lineup of guests next week.
We do. We do. I
Uh,
think one is watching right now.
Yeah, so I can yeah. We don't want to tell you guys too much though, so you guys should probably just watch the show. We'll see you guys next week.
That sounds good. I will say that I think she will be able to tell us more about ourselves just by looking at the stars than we already know. So
Yeah.
if that's not a tease, I'm not sure what is.
Yeah, definitely join us if you want to know more about yourself
And history.
and history and more history to come. So
And maybe Hitler will kill himself again.
they probably won't though, because you usually only do that once. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.